it is Elon Musk, it is Donald Trump who want to criminalize me for speaking truth to power. And they want to declare me an international criminal. Whether they declare me an international criminal or not, whether they deny me visa or not, Soweto will never deny me visa. Soweto will always welcome me. I'm proud to be in Soweto today.
You know, these communities try to say that they present themselves in terms of cultural determination, but that is utter nonsense. The only reason why they exist, the only reason why they continue to have these exclusivist areas and enclaves is because they are not prepared to be part of an integrated and united South Africa. They are not prepared to share with the majority of Black and African people. Go and
in Soweto today, I don't feel ashamed that I was banned by London and gave me an opportunity to spend a day with my people where I am well received, where I am well loved, where ideas do not scare people. We are not scared of ideas. That's why we will never ban anyone to come to Soweto. They must come here. We will debate them and we will defeat them here.
People. Go and ask those who are in Oranje and in Kleinfontein whether they will allow Black South Africans to stay there. And the answer will be very clear, no. A couple of years ago, I asked that question of Professor Karel Boshoff, who was the founder of Oranje. I said to him, will you allow me to stay in Oranje? And he frowned and said, but of course, although we disagree with you, you are a white person. I then said to him, but will...
The last time we met, when the Communist Party was launching its campaign, Mawubuye Umhlaba, the land program, we were the first political organization, literally, to take up this question for the return of the land to its rightful owners, the people of our country, and its custodians, the traditional leaders. This process has been quite frustrating over the years.
I said to him, but will you allow my Black wife and my Black children to stay in Oranje? And he said to me, absolutely not. Black people are not allowed to stay in Oranje. And there you have the essence of the situation. This is not about cultural self-determination. It is about racism. It is about racist superiority. And as long as that is what Oranje stands for, what Kleinfontein stands for, then we have to insist that these white supremacist, racist enclaves have to be closed down. And
that's further from the truth. We've also recognized the historical role of our traditional leaders in their heroic fights against colonialism and imperialism in our country.
No matter how small, is a cancer on our nation's body. Allowing Oranje, Kleinfontein, or Ireka to persist emboldens discrimination and it normalizes division.
Is that this first group that arrives next week will be processed in Washington, D.C., and then sent to various states around the United States. This is a very vast country. They will not be moving as a group. They will be separated depending on, your family, I imagine, will stay with you, right? But they will go to a number of states. We're told the states of West Virginia, Colorado, Massachusetts, California, Idaho, Montana, North Carolina, Nevada, New York, Minnesota, and Michigan, and Washington State are among the states that have already indicated that they're willing to receive these Afrikaner refugees.
One recent example that is close to home was when one white mayor was lauded for observing traditions of a State of the City address, while Dr. Moya, a Black mayor, was vilified for doing the exact same at half the cost. We must understand, House Chair, that these attacks are because Dr. Moyo has made remarkable progress in ensuring that all residents receive the dignity of services and not just some. We must not allow the ideology of white supremacy to win. Social media
that they will be helping South African